Hello, and welcome to the overview of the University of Utah's Masters of Social Work program. In this overview, we'll discuss what social work is, the University of Utah's MSW program, and the program admission requirements. According to the National Association of Social Worker Code of Ethics, the primary mission of the social work profession is to enhance human well-being and help meet the basic human needs of all people, with particular attention to the needs and empowerment of people who are vulnerable, oppressed, and living in poverty. Our MSW program approaches this from the advanced generalist perspective. Our program equips social workers with skills to work at the micro, macro, and meso levels of practice in diverse client systems and with diverse populations. The context of our program is consistent with the purpose of the social work profession to alleviate human suffering, enhance well-being, and promote social justice. Students are provided an opportunity to build advanced generalist knowledge and skills in specific areas of practice through the selection of an area of focus. Approximately 80% of the mental health care services provided in the United States are provided by licensed clinical social workers. But becoming a licensed clinical social worker isn't the only way that somebody can enter the field of mental health care. Clinical mental health counseling, marriage and family therapy, clinical psychology, psychiatry are all ways in which individuals can help others with their mental health care issues. Marriage and family therapists and mental health counselors can work in psychotherapy. Mental health counselors can also engage in case management and clinical assessment. What sets social work apart is that on top of case management, clinical assessment, and psychotherapy, social workers engage in advocacy and administration with a view towards social justice. So why social work? Social workers consider the person in their environment. In this example, a man suffering from stress stemming from single parenting may be referred to a child care agency by their social worker in addition to getting therapy. Social workers also work for social change. A victim of sexual assault would benefit from therapy and efforts to curb sexual violence on a micro, meso, and macro scale. Social workers aren't just mental health care providers. Social workers work anywhere where people need help, where there's a social justice issue, where there are vulnerable populations. These are just a few of the settings where social workers may find themselves. The University of Utah offers several MSW program options. The advanced standing option is very desirable for those students who have completed a BSW through a Council on Social Work Education accredited program. This option is 1 calendar year and consists of 3 semesters. There is 1 practicum, and this program begins every May and runs summer, fall, spring. The 2-year full-time option is for those students who have completed a bachelor's degree in any field from any regionally accredited institution, or for those students who have earned a BSW, but have earned that BSW outside of the 7-year window. The 2-year full-time program is 4 semesters. Students can take classes in the summer between their first year and their second year, but it's not mandatory. The program begins every August, and there are 2 practicums associated with this program. The third option is the 3-year evening program. And the next cohort for this program is starting in fall of 2023. This option starts every 3 years in August. It consists of 3 years, 7 semesters. There are 2 practicums that occur in the 2nd and 3rd year, and it consists of evening classes only. However, the practicum for this option would still need to be completed during normal business hours. For the 2-year program, there are 60 credits total. In their first year, students take the same 5 courses each semester, including a practicum. Those classes are held on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and the 2nd year area of focus is decided at the beginning of the spring semester. Their 2nd year, students take a few required classes, primarily electives, and they do complete their 2nd practicum. The classes that students take in their 2nd year are held on Thursdays and Fridays. This is what the advanced standing schedule looks like. 15 credits in the summer, 15 credits in the fall, 15 credits in the spring, with a practicum in the fall and the spring. The 3-year evening program has only one cohort running at a time. At the time of this recording, the current cohort will graduate in the spring of 2023. The next cohort will start in the fall of 2023. There are 7 semesters in this program, primarily fall and spring, with 1 summer semester required. There is one area of focus, and that is mental health. Students in the 3-year evening program still qualify for financial aid in the fall and the spring. And as a reminder, their practicum would be completed during daytime hours. A practicum is an internship and is required of every mental health type degree. For the MSW program, the first year practicum is 450 hours, and the second year practicum is 600 hours. Unlike the BSW practicum, approximately 20% of first-year MSW placements may provide a stipend, and approximately 80% of second-year placements may provide a stipend. However, students are requested to not make any financial decisions based on the possibility of receiving a stipend. Even though there is approximately an 80% chance that students may receive a stipend in their second year, that stipend is still not guaranteed. Our practicum office partners with over 300 agencies in the state of Utah and with agencies across the United States. Students are placed in agencies that align with their area of focus for their second year practicum. A practicum coordinator is assigned to every student. That coordinator works with the student to help determine the best placements for them based on a variety of factors. Practicum agencies do require an interview, and most students get placement in one of their top 5 choices, but this is not guaranteed. The most competitive placements also tend to provide the highest stipends. Applicants to our MSW program should be aware that the College of Social Work does not conduct criminal background checks. However, many human services organizations do require individuals to pass criminal background checks prior to entering field placements. Practicum is required for completion of both the BSW and the MSW. In addition, the Utah Division of Occupational and Professional Licensing, or DOPL, may ask about criminal history in the application for licensure and may request an explanation. In some instances, candidates with extensive or recent criminal backgrounds may be unable to secure a license. Questions regarding licensing should be directed to DOPL. All MSW program options vary greatly in their area of focus offerings. An area of focus does not dictate your career possibilities, and you would not be pigeonholed into a specific career decision based upon your area of focus. The MSW program offers these 7 areas of focus: aging, child welfare, forensics, global health, mental health, and substance use. The MSW program also offers research and engagement centers, Goodwill Neighbors Helping Neighbors being one, the Center on Mindfulness and Integrative Health Intervention Development, or CMIND, is another, and the Utah Criminal Justice Center is a third. However, many of our faculty members are conducting research of their own, and very often they are looking for MSW students to assist with their research. So what makes our program unique? As I stated, we have over 300 practicum opportunities in Utah, and we have relationships with agencies across the United States. We do offer 7 areas of focus, and on top of that, we offer the Utah School Social Work Career Path for those MSW students who are interested in working within school districts. If you are interested in this option, please meet with your MSW advisor to discuss this career path. We also offer 2 unique graduate certificates, one in women's health and one in leadership, justice, and community practice. And again, please contact your advisor to discuss these certificates. Our program also historically has offered some learning abroad courses. Finally, one of the unique aspects of our program is the dual degree options. Students can pursue both an MSW and a Master's in Public Administration, Master's in Public Health, or Juris Doctorate at the same time. Historically, the MSW program has offered some learning abroad courses. At the time of this recording, we are still within the pandemic, so these offerings have been suspended for the time being. However, Mongolia has historically been offered every fall break, and Mexico and Ghana have been offered altering spring breaks. The trip is 9 to 10 days and is part of a 3-credit-hour elective course. The class itself would meet 4 to 5 times prior to the trip, and then once the trip was completed, the course would be completed. As far as our dual degree programs, there are 3 options. Students who are interested in applying for our dual degree option must apply to both programs during the same application cycle. Those applicants cannot take the certified social worker exam until both degrees have been earned, nor can those students graduate until both degree requirements have been met. However, combining both of these degrees does save time and credit hours. The MSW MPA and MSW MPH are 3 years combined as opposed to 4 years total if completed separately. The MSW/JD is 4 years combined as opposed to 5 years if completed separately. Dual degree programs cannot be retroactive, so students cannot be admitted to the MSW program and then be admitted to the MPH the following year and then go on to pursue a dual degree. Additionally, the dual degree option is not available for our advanced standing students. The Master of Public Administration prepares students for administrative roles in public and nonprofit organizations within political, legal, and ethical contexts. While the Master of Public Health prepares students to work in public health and gives students a strong foundation in epidemiology, as well as environmental, social, and behavioral health. Finally, Juris Doctorate students would complete 2 years each within the MSW and law and prepares future lawyers to have a sound understanding of human behavior, juvenile justice, and poverty issues. Now let's briefly discuss admissions. The majority of our application deadlines occur in the fall. We urge you to refer to the MSW Apply page, Dates and Deadlines link for current information. The application is done online through Slate, and we request students to not start the application until after August 1st. Please feel free to review the application instructions prior to that date, but the MSW program reserves the right to make application changes up to August 1st. Students begin the program in May for advanced standing or August for the 2- and 3-year programs. Please refer to the MSW application workshop video for more details concerning the admissions requirements. Applicants are required to upload official transcripts from all higher education institutions they have attended. Please do not send any application documents directly to the academic advising office. We do not have the ability to upload documents against your application. Applicants are required to have 3 recommendations. Formal letters of recommendation are not required, nor are they encouraged. These recommendations must be professional in nature. Friends, family members, friends of friends who are LCSWs, personal therapists, and clergy members do not make strong recommendations. Historically, a resume has been required for the MSW application. However, effective the 2023-2024 application cycle, a resume is no longer required. Related experience must be demonstrated in a student's statement of purpose and in their recommendations. Speaking of statement of purpose, please follow all instructions for the statement of purpose. Please carefully review the National Association of Social Workers Code of Ethics, and please ensure that your statement of purpose is 3 to 4 pages long, double-spaced. 2 other requirements for the application are a time case study analysis and an optional GPA statement. The time case study analysis may have a deadline that is different than the application deadline, and this analysis essay is completed after the application has been submitted. Once your application is submitted, Within 1 week, applicants will be emailed an invitation to a Canvas quiz, and this quiz must be completed within 1 week of email transmission. The time case study analysis essay does not need to be completed before the admission deadline. A randomized case study will be provided in Canvas to each applicant. And with this case study and in the essay, you would explain what you would do as a social worker assigned to this client. Once you have started, you would have 120 minutes to complete the essay, and your application is not considered complete unless you have completed the essay. For those students whose cumulative and last 60 credit GPAs are both below 3.0, they must write a GPA statement. The GPA statement consists of 1 page at the end of the statement of purpose, and it does not count towards that 3 to 4 page requirement. In this statement, applicants are asked to discuss the contributing factors to their undergraduate GPA, how they have demonstrated a capacity for success, and how they plan to address potential obstacles to success. There are prerequisite courses for the MSW program. Here at the U, our prerequisite courses are human development across the lifespan or human behavior in the social environment, and a quantitative research methods class. Students are required to have taken these classes for credit and have earned a grade of C+ or higher. These grades do not expire. Students who completed human development across the lifespan and research methods 20 years ago with a grade of C+ or higher have met the prerequisites. However, upon starting the program, there will be an expectation that students know the material still. So for those applicants who have not recently taken these classes, they may want to consider retaking them prior to starting the program. For those students who need to complete these prerequisites, they do not need to be completed at the time of application. However, students must submit final official transcripts with prerequisite grades no later than 1 week prior to the first day of the program. Failure to do this can result in a rescinding of the admissions offer. Please avoid taking self-paced or independent study courses over the summer, as your grades may not post in time to meet the deadline to start the MSW program. So what makes a strong application? Related experience. That experience can be paid or unpaid. Any human services related experience, whether it's micro, meso, or macro. Common examples that don't often count are nanny jobs, religious missions, PTA tutoring, unless, of course, it's in a low-income school and or students with special needs. Professional references from within the field also make a strong application. LCSWs are valuable recommenders. However, a professor who knows you very well, who has taught you in several classes, will make a stronger recommendation than an LCSW who barely knows you. Strong writing skills will also help strengthen your application. Writing that flows well, that tells the story that you are trying to tell. Applicants that follow directions. Statements of purpose that have no typos, grammatical errors, punctuation issues, etc. Our recommendation is to have your statement of purpose reviewed by somebody at either a writing center or somebody that is skilled at writing academically. You should demonstrate in your statement of purpose a passion and dedication to the field of social work. You should also relay your human services related experience and an understanding of the social work profession and mission. Here at the U, tuition is calculated by credit hour. For residents of Utah, the current rate at the time of this recording for 15 credit hours of graduate level coursework is approximately $7,900. 9 credit hours is approximately $5,300. Tuition rates typically increase every summer. There are scholarships available to MSW students. That scholarship application deadline is April 15th, and that application cannot be submitted until a student is admitted to the program. Research assistantships and graduate assistantship positions may be available. Announcements are sent to students via Canvas for those that are interested. That is the overview of the University of Utah's MSW program. If you have questions, please feel free to email us at msw@utah.edu. Thanks so much.